Hi, we are the group Pond, and our topic for today is about the concept of biodiversity in an ecosystem in Lesson 6.
Good morning to all viewers and listeners. Today is not just a normal day for us, but it is a day of opportunity to be able to discuss about the concept of biodiversity in an ecosystem. Before I start my discussion, I will just ask you this question. So what comes in your mind when you hear the word biodiversity? So here it is. The term biodiversity from biological diversity refers to the variety of life on Earth at its all levels from genes to ecosystem, and encompasses the evolutionary, ecological, and cultural processes that sustain life. So from the word variety of life means that the quality or state of having or including the many different things. So variety, many different things. And life is particularly all the living things and living organism that is in the ecosystem. So it is understandable that biodiversity means life and the variety of life live in a particular place.
Okay, so what is an ecosystem? So, an ecosystem is made up of animals, plants, and bacteria, as well as the physical and chemical environment they lived in. So, the living parts of an ecosystem are called biotic factors, while the environmental factors that they interact with are called abiotic factors. So, an ecosystem is the basic unit of the field of the scientific study of nature. According to this discipline, an ecosystem is a physically defined environment made up of two inseparable components, the biotic components and abiotic components. In abiotic components, it includes plants, animals, bacteria, or any living things, including us humans. While the abiotic components, it includes minerals, soil, water, sun, and all other non-living things. So, as what is shown in the next slides, this is an example of biotic components and abiotic components.
Good morning everyone, my name is Erica A. Balasabas, and as what we can see on the table, it shows us how different species interact with each other and their importance. On the first row, our fauna is fish and our flora is coral reefs. On the second column, we can see how fish and coral reefs interact with each other. Coral reefs, as we all know, is a colony of tiny fishes. Many fish species depending on corals for food and habitat. And we all know on land and in the sea there is a great diversity of ecosystems. Coral reefs are important in ecosystems where up to 8,000 species of fish live. And fishes are one of the source, it's either income or food. For instance, coral reefs protect shores against large waves and provide fish for humans to eat and sail. That's it.
Have a blessed day, everyone! I am Kabusog Nanalin. So today, we are already know that flora and fauna is refers to plants and animals' life. Fauna is refers to animals' life. And my examples is birds, while flora is refers to plants' life. And my examples is forests. So the importance of this flora and fauna, which is the birds and the forests, is all types of forests are important for the birds because it provides them food, water, shelter, and nest sites.
Good day everybody! So my name is Jamaica C. Abdul. So now I will explain the fauna, bees, flora, sunflower. Yes. Bees are both insects and animals. That's why it was classified as a fauna. For we all know that fauna is all of the animal life present in a particular regions of time. And, and the corresponding term for plants is flora. Flora, fauna are collectively referred to as a biota. So the flora here is the sunflower. So look at the pictures on the second column. We'll know that everyone knows that bees like sunflowers. Humans love them too, and they are particular favorite among children. So the interaction of bees and sunflower shows relationships in both parties. So the give and take process is present in their interactions. Both of them benefit from each other and they help each other also. This means that when searching for nectar, the bees get covered in pollen which they transfer to other sunflowers. This activates pollinations, the brightly colored petals of the sunflower, and the warmth of the daily sun entices the pollinators to the nourishing nectar. And that's the thing that sunflowers produce a huge amount of pollen that boosts the immune system of a bees against some viruses. So what is the importance of the bees and sunflower? So importance is that sunflowers produce a huge amount of pollen that boosts the immune system of bees against debilitating pathogens.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Bahardo Justin Hapon, and this is what I was assigned to discuss about the fauna and flora. So fauna, which is refers as the animals of a particular region, and the flora is the plants of a particular region. So our fauna is reptiles or lizards, and the flora is forest. Woody debris in the forest floor is valuable as cover from predators, and thermoregulations in both amphibians and reptiles. Lizard or suborder Sauria, any of more than 5,500 species of reptiles, belonging in the order of Squamata, which also includes snakes, suborder Serpentes. Lizards are scaly-skinned reptiles that are usually distinguished from snakes by the possession of legs, movable eyelids, and extend ear opening. Lizards are part of a group of animals known as reptile. They are most closely related to snakes. In fact, some lizards called sheltoposics looks like snakes because they have no legs. Amphibians and reptiles, they are already called herpetofauna or herps for short. Forest lizards are key components of tropical ecosystem but appear vulnerable cascading physiological and ecological effects of climate warming.
I am Andaya Mildred P. and I'm going to tackle the importance and the interaction of fauna, spider crabs, and flora algae. The common spider crab is a slow-moving, long-legged crustacean that lives mostly in shallow bays on the sandy bottom. They are among a group of several different crab species that are known as decorator crabs because they cover their shells with material to disguise themselves from the eyes of predators. Spider crabs ship off bits of algae and cover their spiny shells with it to make a form of living camouflage. This behavior is incredible because the crabs literally choose to decorate their shells rather than algae growing on them by accident. The camouflage works great in allowing them to blend into their surroundings, and the algae benefits from this mutualistic symbiosis because it gets a free ride, giving it access to more floating debris for food and more space to spread its genetic material around the ocean.
So now, let us discuss about fauna, which is owl, and flora, which is big owl trees. So, owl, they feed on prey animals they capture, which may be consumed whole. If the prey animals is not too big to be swallowed, or it may be thrown into smaller pieces before being consumed. So owls are known to feed mostly on small mammals such as mice, voles. Sometimes also feed on reptiles, amphibians, birds, and large insects. So owl is a very important rule in nature by removing from prey population individuals that can be considered surplus.
Good morning once again. I am Kabusog Julianori A. And on to the next activity, we are to illustrate man benefiting from a normal and stable ecosystem. Now, as we can see in our illustration presented, we the human beings together with our environment is casually interacting with each other and providing each other a life. For having a healthy ecosystem means having a healthy earth, healthy environment, and a healthy people. That's why we should be responsible enough to take care of our ecosystems. For what are its benefits? Well, obviously, it is our provider, which is vital for human welfare and survival. For almost our food comes from the ecosystem. It also provided energy, building materials we use for shelter, clothes, what other else? Medicines, and fresh and clean air that we breathe in, and it also filters the water we drink. And so we must be responsible enough to do everything we can, even the littlest thing can do and help our environment and our ecosystem, such as the 3 R's, the reduce, reuse, and recycle. Also, educating others may help, because having a healthy ecosystem means having a healthy earth and healthy people.